today. I just want to tell you guys about what we're going to be meeting. Our goal today is to finalize the compensation structure for Wannababes Hotel. We've done the groundwork and I believe we're ready to make some decision. Jihan has laid out the basic structure, but I'd like to hear from all of you. Azida, how do you feel about the upper management pay range?
I'm happy with the upper management structure, but I want to make sure we leave enough room for growth within each role. For example, my role as General Manager has a pay range from 22,044 ringgit to 3144 ringgit. But how exactly do we ensure that progress within the range is tied to tangible result?
That's a good point, Azida. Progress within the pay range is tied to performance metrics, annual reviews and professional development. For example, if you meet certain KPIs like guest satisfaction scores or revenue growth, you will be eligible for increases within that band. It's all about performance.
Or are these performance metrics clearly defined for every level? My concern is that some of my team in operation might not see the direct link between their performance and pay increases, especially when since their role are more behind the scenes.
For operations, we align the metric with operational efficiency and support functions. For example, room turnaround times, all hours, guest satisfaction and logistical management are key indicators. We'll also be considering how well your team supports the hotel's smooth operation, especially during peak seasons.
That works, but I also think we should provide regular feedback. I don't want my team waiting a full year to find out if they're doing well enough for a raise. Perhaps we can introduce quarterly review?
I agree, Anissa. Quarterly review can help everyone stay on track and identify areas of improvement earlier. Let's incorporate that. Now, for Hana, what about housekeeping? How do you feel about the pay structure for your team?
I think the pay scale is decent, starting at 50 ringgit per hour for entry-level staff. But we need to be mindful of workload. Housekeeping staff handle heavy responsibilities, and their effort needs to be recognized, not just in base pay, but in bonus and carry growth. Do we have plan for skill raise?
Good point, Faharna. I have seen other hotels implement skill blocks where housekeepers who master advanced cleaning techniques or specialize in areas like event preparation get bumped up to higher pay grades. We should consider that for your team.
Yes, we've included a skill-based program. As your staff gain additional certifications such as leadership training or specialized cleaning techniques, they will move to higher pay grades. For example, a housekeeper who becomes proficient in handling luxury suites or training new staff could qualify for promotion and corresponding pay range.
That's excellent. My team will appreciate that recognition. It's not just about cleaning rooms, but about mastering the details that enhance guest experiences.
I completely agree. Since we are always thinking about how to extend the guest experience. Speaking of which, what are we doing for self-compensation? I'm looking at a combination of salary and commission, but we need to be careful. If we push commission too hard, it might stress the team out.
We've taken that into account. Your team will receive a base salary of 20,000 annually with a 5% commission on all sales. That way, they have a stable income but are still incentivized to exceed target.
They sound reasonable, but we need a plan to prevent burnout. Maybe we could include some non-mandatory incentives like extra vacation days or team outing when goals are met.
That's precisely the idea, Putri. We should offer the pressure of say with rewards beyond just money. I have seen in other hotels that this kind of team building incentive can really boost morale.
Agreed. My operation team will benefit from similar perks, especially during busy season when they work long hours. We can tie this reward to performance like meeting operational target or staying within budget.
Great input. We add non-monetary incentive to the plans, but let's not forget about the allowance. Azida, you receive the upper management allowance. What are your thoughts?
I think the allowance are generous. For upper management, the 10,000 travel expense, 5,000 for client entertainment, and 2,000 allowance cover the basics. It ensures we can manage high-level operation without worrying about out-of-pocket expenses. But we should also ensure middle management receive adequate support. Anissa, how do you feel about your team allowance?
I think media management is well covered. The travel allowance of 3,000, phone allowance of 500, and professional development allowance of 300 will help us to stay on top of things. However, I'd like to see a little more flexibility, especially for department-specific needs. For example, during busy conference season, our travel and client engagement cost spike. Could we adjust allowance season?
That's an interesting idea. We could introduce a seasonal or flexible allowance model for roles that face varying demands throughout the year. I add that to our consideration. Now, moving to the deduction side, for Hannah, how are you managing employee concerns around EPS, SOSO, and other deductions?
There's always some confusion, especially for new hires. They don't always understand how these deductions work or the long-term benefits. We need to provide clear communication on this. Maybe we can have HR conduct onboarding sessions specifically focused on deductions and benefits.
That's a good call. We make sure to include detailed information about the deduction like EPS, SOSO, and PRS in our onboarding materials, along with one-on-one session to explain how this contributes to the future.
Can we also touch on bonus? Sales is highly driven by performance, and a good bonus structure can really keep the team motivated. Are we sticking to commission, or are there other bonus we are offering?
For outside sales, we'll offer performance-based bonus tied to department's goals and KPIs. For instance, if your sales team exceeds the target, they can earn quarterly or mid-annually bonus on top of commission. We are doing the same for housekeeping, operation, and family staff. Everyone will have a chance to earn bonus based on their department's performance.
I like that. It insists no one feels left out, and it gives everyone a reason to work towards the hotel ventures goals.
That's exactly what we need, the holistic approach. My only concern is ensuring we have enough in the budget for these bonuses. How are we safeguarding that?
We've factored a bonus budget as part of our financial plans for the hotel. It's flexible, allowing us to adjust based on the hotel's financial performance. We'll also be conducting annual reviews to ensure that we stay competitive without compromising profitability.
It sounds like we cover all the major areas: base pay, performance metrics, allowance, bonus, and deduction. Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I'm confident this structure will attract top talent and retain the people we need to make Wannababes Hotel successful. The combination of pay and perks feel balanced, and we align it with the market.
I agree. The quarterly review and skill-based pay increases will keep the operation engaged and the lowest are fair.
For housekeeping, the skill-based raise and bonus will be game changers. It's great to see a plane that values the hard work we put in every day.
The sales structure is strong. I'm excited to roll this out and motivate the team with both financial and non-financial incentive.
Perfect. Thank you all for your input. Let's move forward to implementing this compensation structure. I draft the final document and share them for your approval by the end of the week. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Sebab
Miss.
Wow.
Sebab
Dah. Okay, sebut thank you balik ya.
Thank you.